highlights of this edition. City leaders inspected the construction progress of key projects being implemented in the city. The project of building 501 stations and bus stops in Cần Thơ City is expected to be completed by the end of November 2023. The School of Agriculture, a member school affiliated with Cần Thơ University, celebrated its 55th anniversary of establishment, 1968-2023. Hello, it's good to see you back here in this edition of Continuous and Top News today. On September 29th morning, alternate member of the Party Central Committee, Secretary of Cần Thơ City Party Committee Nguyễn Văn Hiếu inspected the construction progress of key projects being implemented in the city.
The Secretary and members of the delegation visited the field at packages number 16 and 20 of the Western Ring Road project invested by the City Department of Transport. Currently, roads and bridges of these two packages passing through Cái Răng and Ô Môn districts are under construction. Construction units are concentrating manpower, machinery, and equipment to perform the items. The Western Ring Road project is a key project of the city, with a construction cost of over 3,800 billion Vietnam dong, with over 1,233 organizations and individuals affected, most of which are in Bình Thủy, Ô Môn, and Phong Điền districts. Up to now, the project has implemented 4 bidding packages, basically all with good progress. Through the inspection, the Secretary requested the investor, localities and construction units to further strengthen the site clearance work and speed up the construction schedule. On the same morning, Secretary Nguyễn Văn Hiếu also inspected the progress of site clearance and construction of Giao Đốc Cần Thơ Sóc Trăng Expressway project, component 2 projects passing through Thời, Cờ Đỏ and Vĩnh Thạnh districts of Cần Thơ City, with a total length of over 37 kilometers and a total investment of over 9,725 billion Vietnam dong. Up to now, Cờ Đỏ district has completed 100% of the site clearance work. The Secretary urged Thời and Vĩnh Thạnh districts to urgently complete this work to accelerate the project implementation schedule to synchronize with the whole route.
The project of building 501 stations and bus stops in Cần Thơ City has now reached more than 80%, expected to be completed by the end of November 2023.
According to the investor, the project has 13 bidding packages, including a construction package for waiting houses and stops implemented by the consortium of Đặng Cường Thịnh Construction Company Limited, Miền Tây General Construction Company Limited. Up to now, the contractor has installed columns and steel frames in 58 positions of the waiting house, preparing to park the foundation in 3 positions and pouring concrete to complete 343 bus stops.
On September 29th afternoon, the School of Agriculture, a member school affiliated with Cần Thơ University, celebrated its 55th anniversary of establishment, 1968-2023. Attending were representatives of departments, universities, academies, branches, and cities in the Mekong Delta region, and more than 100 alumni of the University of Agriculture.
Currently, the university has a staff of 173 employees, including 4 professors, 25 associate professors, 81 PhDs, and 50 masters. In addition to providing quality human resources, the university has published a variety of research findings in the field of agriculture, contributing positively to the economic and social-cultural development of the Mekong Delta. In order to continue implementing its mission, the School of Agriculture implements a number of key tasks, such as developing a contingent of highly qualified and ethical officials and employees, innovating training up to international standards, promoting applied research and implementing cooperation programs at home and abroad.
In 2 days, September 28th and 29th, 2023, Hòa Hảo Medical General Hospital received the delegation of assessment experts from the Office of Accreditation of Laboratory Quality under the Ministry of Science and Technology to re-evaluate ISO 15189-2012 laboratory quality standards after 3 years of accreditation. The delegation assessed that the laboratory department of the hospital has maintained and successfully completed the system according to ISO 15189-2012, regulating capacity and quality for medical tests, while recommending the laboratory department improve the quality of tests, supplement and expand 2 new indicators in the field of hematology, complete the dossier for the accreditation office to recognize the hospital's laboratory department as ISO 15189-2012 within the next 3 years, and update to ISO 15189-2022 version in 2024. Also on September 28th and 29th, Cần Thơ Oncology Hospital organized the 12th Cần Thơ Oncology Scientific Conference. This is an annual conference on cancer in Cần Thơ City, attracting the attention and participation of leading experts and oncology doctors across the country. The workshop took place with 10 sessions and 58 scientific reports, focusing on the following areas: immunology and molecular biology, pulmonary thoracic, gastroenterology, hepatobiliary, breast gynecology, radiation therapy, nuclear medicine, head, neck, hematology, nursing, thereby contributing to the task of intensive training on oncology, improving the quality of medical examination and treatment for the people of Cần Thơ and the Mekong Delta region and the whole country in general. Fruit tree production in Cần Thơ City is developing in the direction of planting carriers specializing in conservation of high-quality fruit trees for export, creating a centralized linkage of appropriate scale associated with the planting area code in order to build and develop Cần Thơ fruit brand. Up to now, the total area of fruit trees in the city is estimated at 24,854 hectares, up 3.49%, equivalent to 339 hectares over the same period in 2022. Cumulatively, fruit tree production in the first 9 months of 2023 was estimated at 174,346 tons, up 20.91% over the same period in 2022. The reason is that the area for planting new fruit trees from previous years has entered the harvest stage. In addition, farmers are supported by the agriculture industry in terms of land care technique, so they increasingly have access to advanced techniques and improved production quality. Cần Thơ has a rich and diverse cuisine. Among countless long-standing delicacies, we must mention hủ tiếu hấp, or steamed noodle soup, a busiest high eatery in Thốt Nốt World, Thốt Nốt Upper District. It's known that for nearly half a century, after 3 generations of handicraft transmission, steamed noodle soup still retains its delicious flavor and is the most popular and passed down by local people.
Grilled pork, Vietnamese meat, prawn, spring rolls, pickles, spinach, and fish sauce mix and enjoy well. These unique ingredients create a rich flavor in Miss Thai family's herb plum steamed noodle soup dish. For nearly half a century, people in Thốt Nốt still love the steamed noodle soup that Miss Thai family passed down to their children and grandchildren. Miss Phương is the third generation, succeeding her grandmother and mother in selling every day. In particular, there are Vietnamese meatball and grilled pork. These 2 dishes must be included in steamed noodle soup. If those 2 items are not one day, I cannot be shown. The eatery is located in a small alley, but every day many people come to enjoy it. As a veteran resident here, Mr. Lực often stops by to buy some for his family to enjoy.
The noodles are soft and delicious with a distinctive sauce flavor.
I knew the steamed noodle soup sold here when I was a little girl some decades ago. It's very delicious and easy to eat. I have been eating here since I was a girl, and my family still comes here to buy it regularly. Miss Phương said, according to family experience, to make delicious steamed noodle soup, you must first choose fresh noodles and then tear them into pieces. Then put it in a steamy basket. The steam is to make the noodles hot and delicious. The most important thing is to watch over the fire so that the steamed noodles still retain their tautness and softness. If you know how to steam it, the noodles won't stick. But if you don't know how to steam it, it will be very sticky and boring to eat. If the fire is too high, it will be soft. If the fire is too low, the noodles will be not delicious.
I often eat here. This eatery is clean. The food is delicious and the prices are reasonable and affordable.
The eatery is open every day. Every morning, Miss Phương and her husband prepare to grill meat, prepare ingredients, cook until 2 p.m. and then sell from 7 to 8 p.m. There are about 100 pairs she sells every day. Steamed noodle soup or hủ tiếu hấp is a popular dish that has been around for a long time in some western provinces, such as Kiên and An Giang. Depending on taste, each place will have different ingredients. In Cần Thơ for nearly half a century, Miss Thai's steamed noodle soup has its own appeal that attracts tourists and contributes rich flavors to enrich and diversify the homeland's cuisine.
The updated weather forecast also wrapped up this edition of Continues. If you want to watch again in its pattern, please visit our website, kenthotv.vn. And thanks for being with us. Goodbye and see you next time.